I can remember the first time I played Halo. It was a capture the flag event, and although it was several years since I had last played a first person shooter, my friends assured me that it was easy. Just point and shoot. Just point and shoot, eh? Hmm.
First lesson, sticking with the pointy end.
Pointy end goes into the other man.
There is so much more to these games than just point and shoot. Now, let's explore Hills of Steel in a little more detail. Hills of Steel 2 is seemingly a simple game. It's got a few controls, forward, back, shoot, ultimate, and a few of the tanks have an alternate function or option. However, factor in strategy and team composition, and you'll have more complexity than you might have imagined. Now, our journey begins down the rabbit hole with team selection. There are at the moment 16 tanks to choose from, and initially I thought I could simply just use 16 factorial and work out the possible number of combinations in a team. Now, if you're a little bit rusty in math or you just never heard the term before, a factorial can be used to determine all the ways that we can arrange a set of items. So, for instance, if I had one item, I could only arrange it one way. If I had two items, I could arrange it in two different ways. If I had three items, I could arrange those three items in six different ways. And if I had four items, I could arrange them in 24 different ways. The problem with using factorial for this particular situation is that it would give us an incorrect answer because it would take into account every single possible combination of all those 16 tanks, which actually works out to be well over 20 trillion different combinations. So we're completely out of luck there, and factorial is out. Now, next up, I decided to take a look at permutations. In math, a permutation of a set is the arrangement of its members into a sequence. The problem with permutations, though, is that it includes every possible arrangement. Example, if we had two tanks, A and B, the permutation of that set would be AB and BA. In Hills of Steel 2, this wouldn't matter as it leads to the exact same composition. It doesn't matter if you have Phoenix and Buck or Buck and Phoenix. It's pretty much the same team. So permutations out of the window. So next up, I decided to take a look at combinations. And combinations, much like a permutation, is going to refer to the arrangement of a set of members, but the order is not going to be a factor. So using the same example before, if I have tanks A and B, the combination will give me AB. It's not going to include BA, as this is going to be, as we said before, the exact same team. However, the problem with combinations is that it would not include AA and BB. And in Hills of Steel 2, we can have combinations of the same tank. So combinations in this case also out the window. Now, this finally leads us to something in math called combination replacement. And this means that we can use the same item more than once. Finally, this is it. This is the formula that we've been looking for, and we can now finally answer the question. And there are 816 possible combinations for a single team in Hills of Steel 2. 816 unique arrangements, each determines a different playstyle. Now, if we factor in the opponents, we have a staggering 54,264 possible matchups in a game of Hills of Steel. And I am not counting the boss battle and team survival, just the regular matchup modes. Now, again, that is 54,264 different combinations, considering that Hills of Steel 2 could be considered a casual game. That's some pretty significant numbers. So, Hills of Steel 2 is a fast-paced 3v3 team game with 16 different tanks, each bringing its own unique mechanics and abilities. So let's just take a minute to appreciate the complexity of the game. All right, guys, this has just been a quick one from me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It got a little bit into the math area, but I tried my best to keep it interesting. So I hope you guys enjoy that one, and I will see you guys in the next one.